Okay, on this next segment of Hackleys, you'll hear from Valarie Hackley Osborne, a cousin of mine, and she'll be talking about her Hackleys coming from her great-great-grandfather, Calvin Hackley. Now, this is Calvin Hackley right here with the Abraham Lincoln style. Calvin Hackley was the middle brother, or was the middle child of 16 children, and his youngest brother, the baby brother, is my great-great-grandfather. That's this guy here, Jerome Bo Hackley, and he was a barber also. But anyway, that's how Valarie's Hackleys and my Hackleys tying together. These two guys are brothers. She's a descendant of Calvin. I'm a descendant of Jerome. And after her segment, we'll come back and talk more about the Hackleys.
This live tape show and video has been a labor of love for me because I feel that I'm giving the younger generations of our family a valuable treasure regarding their family history. On the Hackley and Connor side of the family, the narration will cover the first, second, third, and fourth generations, dating from the early 1800s to the 1940s. You will see only photographs and hear the names of family members of the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th generations. I plan to update this live tape show every 2 years. I hope you enjoy it.
My great-great-aunt, Lita Hackley Petrie, born in Mattawan, Michigan, was our family historian, and she passed on the family history to my great-aunt, Valarie Hackley Osborne. My Aunt Valarie says that Lita was a unique individual in her own right. The oldest daughter of Travis and Frances Hackley, she became an artist at the young age of 13. She displayed her artwork at the Freedmen's Progress Expo in Chicago in 1914. The purpose of this expo was to show the progress blacks had made 50 years after slavery. Lita also became a well-known antique dealer and doll collector, whose collection was known across the United States. According to Lita, the Hackleys came from England and settled in Virginia. Lita said her great-grandfather, John William Billy, was a slave on the Hackley plantation and took the Hackley name. John William was born in 1801 in Virginia, and he became a preacher and a carpenter. He married Nancy, who was born in Petersburg, Virginia, in 1811. They migrated to Kentucky, Ohio, and then to Niles, Michigan. They had 16 children, 7 boys and 9 girls. One of their sons is Calvin Hackley, my great-great-great-grandfather. Calvin was born in 1836 in Virginia. Here is a picture of Mary Ann Hackley Powell, one of Calvin's sisters. This is Mary Ann with her 3 daughters, Frances, Medora, and Grace. John Hackley, the oldest brother of Calvin Hackley, was born in Fredericksburg, Virginia on November 28, 1831. John displayed no desire to carry on the family ministerial tradition, so he became a barber and wandered with his family to several little towns in Michigan in search of an ideal location for his shop. His younger brother, Jerome Hackley, born in 1880, was also a barber, and his son Bert, born in 1849, was a barber. Bert's son Donald, born in 1901, was also a barber. Calvin Hackley married Lydia Ann Mason, a Potawatomi Indian. Calvin worked as an expressman in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Calvin and Lydia had 6 children. Their names are Charles, John, Martha, Ella, Travis, and Carrie. Travis Hackley is my great-great-grandfather. Travis Hackley was born in 1868 in Berrien County, and he married Frances King in 1897. Frances King is the daughter of Alfred and Mary King. My great-great-great-grandmother, Mary King, was born in 1841, the daughter of Mr. Kaufman, a plantation owner from Tennessee. Mary and her younger brother, another offspring of Mr. Kaufman, along with their mother, were Kaufman's house slaves. When Mary turned 18, Mr. Kaufman wanted Mary and her brother to be free, so he bought her some land in Arlington, Michigan. He paid a free black man named Lewis to marry his daughter and bring Mary and her brother to Michigan. Mr. Lewis died about a year after they moved to Michigan, and Mary later married Alfred King, my great-great-great-grandfather. Alfred King was born in Kentucky in 1841. Alfred had 7 brothers, and Alfred and his brothers all fought in the Civil War. Alfred and Mary had 7 children. Their names are Samantha, Schuyler, Frances, Cora, Elizabeth, Melvina, and Robert. Their daughter, Frances, is my great-great-grandmother. Frances married Travis Hackley in 1897, and they were farmers in Matawan, Michigan. Travis and Frances had 10 children, 5 sons and 5 daughters. Their sons' names are Claire, Lester, Chester, Alan, and Valentine. Their daughters are Lita, Mabel, Marguerite, Mary, and Lydian. Valentine Hackley is my great-grandfather. Lita and Lydian are the only daughters who had children. Lita had 1 son named Francis. Lydian married Jesse Porter and helped to raise his 3 children. These sons are Jesse and R.B., both of whom have passed on. Their daughter, Lavetta Arnell, here is a picture of Lavita and her mother Lydian. My great-great-aunt Lydian Hackley Porter passed away in March of 2000. She was the last survivor of her generation of our immediate family. Alan and Valentine were the only sons that had children. Alan and Cleora and 2 children, Betty and Philip, were both passed on. Valentine married Edith Connor from South Haven, Michigan in 1932. They are my grandmother's parents. Valentine and Edith had 6 children. They are Peggy, Edgar, who passed on in 1998, Mary, my grandmother, the twins Valarie and Vicky, and Travis. My great-grandfather, Valentine Hackley, was a self-employed man, a tradition of the Hackley family. He owned a cleaning service business and taught his children the ethic of hard work.